You know, in the beginning of it, I was so uncomfortable.
Why?
Because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be kissing my friend.
I know.
It felt really weird.
That's in 2005. You were not uncomfortable.
No, because we moved past it.
So you remember the kiss from that film in 1994?
No, I got into it.
Okay.
Because I tell people this all the time. I feel more comfortable filming with people I'm not friends with.
What?
As romantic leads or
I feel more
love
comfortable
interest.
with my friends.
I do not. Because we have boundaries. Why are we kissing? So if you didn't play type.
Wait, don't we like introduce ourselves first?
We have to?
No, you don't. We don't have to? No. All right, cool, great. Yeah,
Efa Iwara. Okay, no. Hi guys, my name is Efa Iwara.
Hi guys, my name is Teniola Aladese Efa.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice hair.
So if you didn't play Tayo, if you weren't cast as Tayo,
yes.
who do you think? Okay, no, give me 4 actors, Nollywood actors that you think would have
played Tayo in the men's club. I think Kule Remi for one. Kone could have played Tayo. I think Uzwa Rukwe could have played Tayo.
Okay.
I think Toby Bakre could have played Tayo.
Okay. So that's 3.
Fourth. I think Demi could have played Tayo.
Okay. Actually, I see the mean.
Yes, he could have played Tayo as well, yeah.
Interesting.
So can I ask one question?
We ask.
Actually, I have no questions, to be honest. Actually, just have memories.
Oh yeah, first memory. Let's go.
You know the first one.
I don't know it.
Okay, no, let us start with questions.
Okay.
Who's your favorite dancehall artist?
If I don't start,
can
we behave
ourselves? Who's your favorite dancehall artist?
Can we behave ourselves?
Sorry now. Okay, sorry.
Yes, I went to dancehall high school. It's Daniel and Solomon, not dancehall.
Oh, so it's dancehall.
Yes, Daniel and Solomon.
But when you say fast, it's dancehall.
Yeah.
But do you guys have play dancehall music?
No, we play Christian music.
But is that Christian dancehall? Done. Sorry. Okay, your question.
No, you enter the same trouser. Okay, I think, yes, I wanted to ask. Did you ever or do you still suffer from imposter syndrome in this industry?
Every single day.
Every single day.
I don't know what the rave is about. I don't think... When people say, oh my God, I saw you in this and it was fantastic. I mean, and I think a lot of creatives suffer from this. All I see are flaws.
Myself included.
And that's why I don't watch myself too much.
That's why I hate going for premieres.
Yeah, premieres, I'm in and out. I'm in and out because I feel like all I can see is about asking myself, could I have done this better? Yeah. Should I have made this character choice? Should I not have done this? Instead of just sitting back and enjoying it. You know, so it's horrible. It's horrible for me. But
I think even for me, and I'm sure for a bunch of actors as well, it even begins from the day of shoot. I know that sometimes I shoot a scene and I'm not completely fine with it, but we have to move on. Then I get home, I'm in bed, I'm like, I shouldn't have moved my hand this way in this scene. I shouldn't have moved my leg this way in this scene. But yes, I'm in bed and that is what is keeping me up.
No, for me, once I walk past the camera,
that's it.
It's gone. It's done.
No,
because I know that I can't change it. I don't worry about things that I can't change.
Yeah.
I worry about tomorrow. I worry about the scene tomorrow. But what I've just done is gone. Because also I feel like acting it's not perfect. Yeah. You know, it's like you want to talk a certain way, you want to move a certain way, but nobody is perfect in reality. So, or let's say there's a scene and then in your mind, you want to cry. Like, guys, this scene today, I'm crying. I'm going to shed tears, finish them. But sometimes you get bad news or you're in pain and you don't cry.
And you don't cry.
So there's no, for me, there's no such thing as wrong. Yeah. It's just a wide variety of reactions to different scenarios. Yeah. Why are you so serious?
I don't understand.
Asking serious intellectual questions. What did you have for breakfast today? Have you eaten?
I've not had breakfast.
Okay. I was supposed to have breakfast, but my friend Demi Banwa, I don't know if you know him. Yeah, so Demi promised me like a buffet thing. You set it up.
You also promised me Mako pizza.
Okay. I go here, give me cold water. So quick one. I know that you were in production. You were behind the scenes before you got into acting full time. When people saw you acting, did they doubt you? And I know I'm asking this question because I started from music.
Yeah.
So I remember I did a show and someone critiqued it. He was actually a friend of mine. The first episode, he said, "Oh, if I go back to music, you don't belong here." Like, but eventually,
what does she do?
He's a friend of ours. We're actually all friends. And then, as the show went on, she got impressed and she actually liked my acting. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying a lot of times people judge you for where you started. So they don't see you as an actor. So I was curious, did that happen to you?
Well, that was the case in a sense. When I would say, because I always wanted to be an actor, but I started off in production.
Not a newscaster.
That was my plan B, actually.
Okay, good.
It still is my plan B. Let's be looking.
Well, let's be clear.
I want a character where I'm a news anchor, actually.
Okay.
And so when I would tell people that I wanted to be an actor, everybody just thought I was talking shit. Can I curse? Can I curse?
Yes.
Everybody just thought I was talking shit. And so people would doubt me. People didn't think I could do it because they had never seen me act. But when I then began to get opportunities, people would be like, wait, Tenny can actually really act. So you weren't just all talk. So that was a very good validation that it wasn't just in my mind and it wasn't just my family members standing up for me and saying, yeah, go and do this.
Wait, your family members stood up for you?
Oh, yes. Like, my mother actually wanted me to act. My mother even said, why was I studying mass communication? I want to study theater.
I think apart from my mother, no one else really.
Really?
And one of my sisters, my brother is like my biggest op. My second sister, he trolls me. My second sister, she can't name 3 films I've been in. She doesn't really watch stuff. So that's very interesting to see that your family is very supportive.
My family is very supportive. And my sister is also in the industry as well. She's like here and over there. But yeah, she's also in the industry. She's a writer.
She's a writer?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Something is ministering.
Oh God, I can't stand this one.
Does her name start with T?
It starts with E.
This was not revealed to me, just my flag. Big shout out to her. She's a legend.
Teniola Aladese Efa. My sister did a lot for me that I don't even think that she knows, because I started reading because of my sister. My sister because she was a big writer as well. When I was young. So she would go to the library and she would borrow books for herself as well as me. And so she would just come and dump books in my lap and I would read because of that. And so there were certain hobbies that I developed because of her. She also draws. I draw as well.
You draw?
So yes, I do. But Nolly would have taken it from me. Let's talk about that, actually.
Where's the time?
Do you find that you don't have time for your hobbies anymore because of our job? Because that's how I find it with me.
No, I feel like I don't have time for my friends anymore. More than anything. My hobbies have cut down. I mean, my mom worked in a library. My dad's a professor, so I grew up reading books. I haven't read a book in probably a decade.
Jesus is Lord.
From cover to cover. Like I pick it up, I start.
And then you drop it.
I now use like audio books, But also, and I just consume, I just watch stuff. But I realized that I've had to try to find time for hobbies like FIFA that are easily accessible and quick. Like in an hour, I'm done a couple of games and I can move on. But what I feel like what I miss the most is people, like friends, like being able to, like, think about when last did we hang out? And it wasn't like at an event.
Before my father died.
My condolences. And it's been that long. When last did I see Elma? And it wasn't work.
Yeah.
Uzo is a myth.
I feel like the last time we saw was when me and Uzo were in your house watching your film.
No, I think we came to your house after that.
No.
Didn't we come to your house after that? We came to your house after that. Was that before?
No. When did you come to my house?
I've been to your house
after that?
Just now.
No.
Genevieve was there.
Are you sure? Wasn't that since? Oh, no. This was after that.
Oh.
This was after that. Communion was like months ago. This was after that. This was when Holmes was showing
So that was after.
Yeah, it was after.
Okay.
It was when I was shooting Family Basic. Me and Uzo were shooting Family Basic.
Okay. So yeah, Uzo is a social media friend at this point. I don't know what there's a certain character, Mr. Duncan. I don't know what he looks like anymore.
Oh my God.
But that's my point. My point is, because of work, because you work from morning to night, when you have off days, you just want to
just chill and be alone.
And so that's what I miss. I miss friendship. I'm like the king of FaceTime at this point. Yes. Yeah. I just video call people.
Just video call. I'm in the middle of a scene.
I just call like how
Efa Iwara is calling.
Yeah, like how far? That was good. I've not seen you in a while. So that's me. So that's what I miss.
Yeah. For me, it's hobbies. Like I now it's a deliberate effort for me. It's very intentional for me to pick up a book and read and go to the bookstore and buy books and read, because all I'm reading is scripts. Yeah, so now I make sure to read at least one book in 2 months.
What kind of books do you read?
Fiction, non-fiction.
I can only read fiction.
Just not sci-fi. I'm not a fan.
Top 5 authors.
Sidney Sheldon.
Legend. I was so upset when I found out that Sidney Sheldon was a guy. I thought it was a babe all my life. I thought it was a babe. No. Then I saw one old white man like, I'm like, what? I'm messing my head. Yeah, Sidney Sheldon.
Sidney Sheldon. Sefiata. She wrote Swallow. Swallow is one of my favorite books as well.
Was it written last decade?
Was it? It's been a minute, actually. Maybe not definitely not in the last decade.
I think the last Nigerian author I read was probably Chinua Achebe.
Jesus.
I know, I'm horrible. Chinua Achebe, Olaritimi, Walish. I mean, old stuff. Like when I was in Ibadan, that's when I was really reading stuff. Sometimes most Lagos. Anyway, so yeah, that's 2.
I recently discovered a writer called Obinna Odenwe. I don't know if that's how to pronounce his name. Obinna Odenwe. He wrote a book that I read like months ago, a collection of short stories called The Widow Who Died with Flowers in Her Mouth. I love how he writes. I think I've heard about that book. Love how he writes. It's so colorful. Like, love. Who else? Nobody's coming to my head right now. Chimamanda.
Of course.
Chimamanda, she's a legend.
Given.
Who else?
I liked Jeffrey Archer back in the day.
I don't think I've ever read the Jeffrey Archer book.
Cain and Abel. No. Fourth Estate. No. Honor Amongst Thieves.
No.
Jeffrey Archer was like my go-to.
Interesting.
This guy was very seedy. I mean, most kids don't know this guy, but James Hadley Chase. I like
you feel very old, clearly.
I'm ancient. If I ask a Gen Z what James, they'll be like, who that is. Yeah. Shocking. But they were very they're not big books. They were like bestsellers, and they had like these seedy women with guns about crime. It was like
how could I miss this? Oh my God! Continue.
But yeah, that's James Hadley Chase. So yeah, did you ever read those condensed Reader's Digest?
No, what are those?
Kids. Okay, so the condensed Reader's Digest is they take like 5 books and they summarize them and make it one book.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's called the Condensed Reader's Digest. So you can have like 5 books on the go. It was fun.
I'm spacing out on my actual ultimate best try. Like
writer, Nigerian or foreign?
No, foreign. Oh my God, Miss Marple. She wrote the Miss Marple series and Poirot.
Oh, Agatha Christie.
Oh my God.
You know Agatha Christie. Legend. Those stories, yeah.
Love reading Agatha Christie.
Did you ever read Daniel Steele?
No. Everybody used to read them in secondary school.
We know why.
No comment.
But yeah, they're a couple.
I don't think there's one major breakout. I think you can have several.
I think so. I can only use myself, but I mean, I feel like I had a breakout year.
Okay.
Which was like a series of projects that just happened
in the same year, like back to back.
Same year. So for me, it was Rumor Has It season 2.
Okay, yeah.
Fun
you know villains really well.
I started off as a villain.
Started fun with it, like
because I can't be that in my real life. So they're like,
I feel like my favorite characters that you've played are villains. In 2005, Kwame Dada was a
horrible
human.
Yeah, the worst.
That's my number 2. I tell you this. Shock. Ilowo, your character in Ilowo is my favorite character that you've ever played. He was so dangerous and so sexy and so. Efa, is this you? Wow.
She called me. They said, "If I said I'm obsessed for you, who did for you? Who did for you?"
Yeah.
But I do love playing villainous characters. But I feel like you can't play them too often, or else it kind of like gets played out.
Yeah.
You know. So I had 2018, year of our Lord, 2018 AD. Rumor has it, season 2, where I played this psychopath called Femi. That name was casted, Femi.
Actually.
And then right after that, I did a Joche for African Magic. And then while that was going on, while shooting at Joche, I was shooting TMC, the men's club. And while all this was going on, I was doing 7.
That's one of my favorite films of yours as well.
Well, he wasn't villainous, he was a nice guy, he was a nice kid. So I feel like those projects in the same year, and they came out between 2018 into 2019, kind of got the ball rolling.
Yeah.
So what about you? What happened?
Like I said, several little breakouts here and there. First, Jemeji. Till today, people still see me and call me my character that I played. What was it, 6, 7 years ago? I don't know. Is it up to that? Maybe like 6, 7 years ago. 7 years ago, actually. Everybody, like, people still call me Akweyo. So that was the first one, and for the most part.
Remind me to talk about Jemeji.
Okay. For the most part, I was masked on this show, and I feel like I got a lot of. As much as actors say we don't need validation, I think that's a lie. We do need validation. I got a lot of validation from people believing me, even though they could only see my eyes. Because people would stop me and be like, yes, for like 200 episodes. You're so annoying.
And then you do have eyes that have like a lot of character.
Thank you. Stop it.
I actually see it.
Stop it.
But to be honest, like if I saw, like if Teddy tried to rob a bank and she had like a face cap on, and
everybody would know because my eyes are really tiny. That's why people call me Chinko.
Wait, you think your eyes are tiny?
My eyes are tiny. Everybody calls me Asian. My eyes are tiny.
Okay.
I wish they were wider, because there's sometimes they're doing some shots and the director will say, "Can you open your eyes?"
Okay, not tiny, but I'll say
yes, like very it's very slanty and like a slit. It's giving Voldemort. I've forgotten what I was saying. So so there was Jemeji, Akwayon, there was Ricordi. The feedback that I got from Ricordi, I could not have imagined it.
What year was this?
I don't even remember.
Ricordi was probably I think 2019.
I don't even remember.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, because what I remember, there was one particular scene, the scene that a lot of people talk about and message me about. I've received hundreds of DMs about this scene. I remember filming it, and this is just a lesson to just let go in a scene and just forget about what you think it should be or what you think you should feel like in the scene. At the end of that scene, I told director, I'm a psalmist, Michael, I'm like, can we do another one? I'm not digging it. And he's like, what? I said, I feel like I was shouting in the scene. He said, no, trust me, you were good. I said, director, I think I was just shouting. Like, I don't think I like it. He said, don't worry, Tenny. We were watching. You were good. I said, okay. What do you think now when the show came out? And I was like, okay. I should have actually just trusted. And I
always trust the director. Well, 99% of the time. But usually because they have the vision. I feel like actors are just tools. You know, so I'm like, you know what you see. You know where you want this to go. So I'm just like, you know what? Have fun. What else? Any other?
Little Black Book. Definitely. Little Black Book was I saw the script and I loved it and I enjoyed filming it.
Do you know what's crazy?
What?
We've hardly worked together.
No, we worked together twice.
Unbroken and in 2005.
Okay, no, we worked thrice. We've done
short film.
That short film.
Yeah.
That's another story.
The short film?
You know, in the beginning of that, I was so uncomfortable.
Why?
Because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be kissing my friend.
I know.
It felt really weird.
That's in 2005. You're not uncomfortable.
No, because we moved past it.
So you remember the kiss from that film in 1994?
I got into it. Okay. Because I tell people this all the time. I feel more comfortable filming with people I'm not friends with
What?
As romantic leads or
I feel more
love
comfortable
interest.
with my friends.
I do not, because we have boundaries. Why are we kissing?
No. So I feel like with a friend of mine, I can talk about stuff with you.
I can talk about it with anybody.
No, so if I don't know you, if your PI image, what's the name? Amanda PI image production. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Like if we're doing, and like intimate scenes are very serious, very dicey, very delicate.
Yeah.
You don't want to offend.
Yeah, I get you.
So for me, that's where I have really serious boundaries. So, or you guys do like the first take. Do you sit down side by side, or do you go to different rooms? I'm saying, like, so I don't. So a total stranger I've not worked with, it's always awkward for me.
It's very like I'm fine.
Where is my friend?
That's why that first day we shot that I was just like,
yeah, it was funny.
But you guys are friends, so it should be
yeah,
no. That's why it's weird.
You're like, this is my friend.
like what is going on?
Well, for me, I'm more comfortable with someone that I know, someone that I'm friends with. You did the first take. I said, hey, sit down here and I'll find out. So did you want that much?
Yeah.
And we just rap about it. If there's something that is off,
we can talk.
You can say, oh, well, I don't know about this. I feel, and it's not coming from a bad place. Yeah. This is your friend that you trust. So,
I get that. But
so for me, friends over strangers.
Yeah. That's why in 2005, I felt better because we had gone through this before. Already. So I'm just like, yeah, we're good. We're good.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I like working with Tenny. Tenny is fun.
I don't like working with
Tenny. But it was upsetting how since Unbroken, I haven't worked with Elma.
Really?
We haven't been in the same film. Except the one film that we're in that comes out maybe, I'm sure, next year.
Which one?
East West Love.
Who directed?
East West Love, Mrs. Seko, she's Tanzanian.
Okay.
I'll tell you about that film.
Okay, the one you guys shot.
Yeah. She doesn't say
one word to you.
To me. It was like they teased us. And it's our only scene. She just comes, opens the door, looks at me, and look at her. And she walks in. So I was burst out laughing. I'm like, little Elma. Not one word.
I think the person I haven't filmed with since Unbroken is Chris.
I haven't
filmed with Chris since Unbroken.
I haven't worked with Chris either.
Yeah. Uzo, yes, that one. Like
Michael, have I worked with Michael since?
I've worked with Michael.
I don't think I have.
You've worked with Ray here?
No, I have. Okay, well, same year. This lady called Life. Michael was.
Okay, yeah.
We didn't have any lines together.
Then in your short film, which we're coming to that, your short film, you worked with Ray here.
Yes, and Michael was in it actually.
Michael was in it. Which character?
Michael's the doctor. But when I'm directing, I don't believe in too many shots. I didn't think we had to see the doctor. He plays the doctor who, when my character wakes up, is talking. I just didn't have a need to reverse that. Okay. Because he was passing the message, I was fine with it. What I didn't to see was my character waking up and Ray has belly. That was what was important to me.
So let's talk about that. What was that experience like shooting your short film?
In all honesty, it's the same reason why I do most things that I do in my life. I was bored. And I needed validation for myself.
How so?
So when I started making music, I would tell people I'm a rapper. And they say, no, you're not. I'm like, and they're like, where's your song? So I went home, played music on this big deck, instrumentals, took this tape recorder, I rapped over it. And that's my first demo. So when they say, where's your song? Like, here, play this. That's me. So same thing with the directing. I'm like, I'm like, I can do this. But where's your film?
Sure.
So I was talking with Ifema one day. I said, Ifema, you have a camera, right? So yeah, I said, I have this story. Let's film that. We started like crazy. By the time I saw the budget, I said, no, it's just an experiment. And I just called like a ton of favors, shot it, and yeah. But I think the biggest challenge was putting it out. So for me, shooting the short film wasn't really about the short film. It was about...
You put it out till this year, didn't you?
No, I put it out in 2022.
Where?
It's on YouTube. See? It's on YouTube.
I thought you put it out this year.
No, I just reposted it this year. It came out in 2022. But you see, the film wasn't where I wanted it to be. There are a lot of problems with it. Yeah, and I was like, I could have done this, I could have done that, and then someone just said, if I just put it out, that's where you were that year.
Yeah.
So put it out, and next time you do something, improve.
Yeah.
So that's it. So that's what the short film was about for me.
I feel as though being in production did a lot for me as an actor and as a human being. It taught me a lot of patience with people. It taught me how to manage people. I think it's, first of all, it's production that taught me how to get along with people. In secondary school, I was all over the place. I used to just with everybody. But in university, I became very by myself. I had friends, but I really just liked to be by myself. I didn't want to be.
You went to university?
No, I dropped out.
I thought after your Jamaican dancehall circuit, you stopped. So, okay, sorry.
And so being in production and having to manage people on a daily basis taught me to relate with people better. And also taught me a lot of patience, like I said. But as regards acting, it taught me a lot about discipline. It taught me that there are a lot of moving parts in filmmaking. You can't see yourself as the most important on sets. Everybody's important. And it taught me that everything has a ripple effect. If you're given a call time of 8 a.m., show up within that time frame. Don't show up 3 hours later. Now, you'd see why we're shooting late. I mean, some people still shoot late, regardless. But you're meant to, say, start the day at 8 and then wrap at, say, 7. Because you showed up late. I'm just saying, I'm giving an example. It's just an example. Hypothetical. And then wrap at 7. Because you showed up 3 hours late and you are the lead character.
7 has become 10.
Yes. And so, yeah, that has taught me a lot about that. And just to speak to people with kindness and learn how to manage people. So, yeah, that's what production has taught me.
For me, it's very similar to what you have said. I think just being a human being taught me to be kind to people, not necessarily production. But I feel like, I remember we were shooting Unbroken, or was it at church? No, it was Unbroken. I have a lot of friends who are in production, directors, producers, line producers, PMs, so I always tend to see things from their side, from their angle. So when someone is late, someone is abusive, someone has anger issues, I see all that. I see the ripple effect.
Yeah.
But the most important one, I will never forget it, was James. And James' last name is actually pronounced Omokwe.
I thought it was Omokwe.
James,
so we've all been saying rubbish. James, tell us.
But anyway, popularly is called James Omokwe.
Kalu.
Is that?
Kalu.
Kalu. So he gets a board. Because some actors were not coming on time, some actors were missing days.
I remember that, actually.
Oh, were you there?
No, he did it on Unbroken as well.
Oh,
and he broke it down.
I meant Unbroken.
Oh, yes.
You were there.
Yes.
Yeah, because he meets.
And then he broke it down, broke out how much we spend.
He broke it down and said, look, every day this is how much we spend on XYZ. Every time someone doesn't show up, that means that all this money has just basically been wasted. Now, if because of you we don't shoot, how do you feel if I took that out of your salary?
Yeah.
Or if I took it out of everybody's salary? So just seeing that breakdown, it really helped me and changed the way I think. So I try really hard not to be late.
Yeah.
I have a cheat code. Make the first AD your best friend. Because that's the guy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, guy alpha, I'll be set. We said, no, wait, I said, all right, cool, bet. We said, okay, we have an hour. Leave your house now.
Yeah.
So you show up at the right time. As opposed to going there and just sitting down. Waiting. Yeah, so that's what I learned.
That's what I get ticked off when, I know I show up and I wait and I will not complain. But when you know me, you've worked with me a bunch of times, or you've at least worked with me. We're shooting for 3 weeks and I've been shooting for, say, a week. And you keep giving me an early call time and you're not going to shoot. at this time. I come and meet you. You know me. I don't come late.
See, for me, just
give me an accurate call time.
Like, talk to me.
Yeah.
Level with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if things happen, we're in Nigeria and it's life.
Yeah.
If something is going wrong, it's okay.
Yeah.
Tell me.
That is something production has taught me. Shit will always happen.
It will happen. It will happen. I'm saying, just tell me that, man. I know call time is supposed to be 9, but something has happened.
Yeah.
You know? So it's going to be 11. Because if I show up at 9 or 10, and then we're supposed to wrap by, let's say, 7, and then I'm now still there at 11 p.m. I now start to think, why did I even show up
in the first place?
And the sad part for me is there's like a ripple effect. So if every time as an actor you show up to set and production is not ready, then you ask yourself, why am I showing up early?
Yeah.
Exactly. But there have been some sets that you get there at 8. Even if you start at 8:30, it's fine.
Yeah.
Even if you start at 9, it's actually, I get it, it's fine. We're all human beings, you know. They get there at 8, and then at 1 p.m., you haven't taken your first shot.
Just 2 weeks ago, my call time on set was, I believe, 9 a.m. I got to set at 8:50. I didn't shoot till 5:30. And I just kept it. I didn't complain throughout. It was at night when they said they want to shoot into, I said, that's the one I won't do.
Yeah.
I said, I've been here since morning. You didn't even come and meet me that, see, this is what's happening.
Explain to me.
I was fine. I didn't complain. You now say you want to shoot till 1 a.m.?
Do you know the one that touches me? If we're somewhere in the vicinity of my home, I can go back.
Go home.
If you say, Efa man, Teniola went to Canada for TIFF. Her flight was delayed. Oh, so how long will it be? So instead of 9 a.m., we're looking at maybe 3 p.m. I will shake your hand and I'll go back home. And when it's time and she has arrived, probably when she's in makeup, call me. Yeah. I will show up. It's not a biggie. I was going to ask you a question.
There was something I said you were going to remind me and I've forgotten.
Actually, this is interesting.
What?
So for Jemeji, I auditioned for...
Please don't ask me something I cannot answer.
No.
Ask me behind the scenes.
No. I auditioned for, I think... Who was the guy that was in the wheelchair?
Demola's characters. I've forgotten his name. Demola, didn't play that character.
I did. Right?
I can't remember.
Fantastic actor. Love him to bits. We're friends.
Was that the character you auditioned for?
Yes. I know, right? But
wasn't Vion's character you auditioned for?
I can't remember the name. It's been years. But I remember that there was a wheelchair and they said something about... I'm not looking at the script, something about him being in a wheelchair or something. But I think Demola got that role. Congrats to him. What I was going to ask is, how do you deal with rejection? Like when you audition for a character and you don't get it?
So in the past, it used to bum me out. In the past, I used to be very in my feelings about it, but not so much so that I'm sulking. It's a matter of, I would actually email casting directors that I had auditioned for, asking what I could have done better in order to secure that role.
Yeah, serious student too.
I was really serious. But here's the thing. Right now, I don't give a shit. I didn't get it. It's not meant for me.
Yes,
it is actually not. The actor that got it, hallelujah. It wasn't meant for me. And I know that a number of actors actually have an issue with this. Like, you didn't get this and you're see, you can't get everything.
You can't shoot everything.
You can't shoot everything.
There's just one you.
Yeah, right now. And I think I got to that space maybe early last year is when I started to feel like you can't shoot everything and you won't get everything. Sometimes it's not that you're a bad actor. You know this because you also cast. You're also a casting director. Sometimes some actors just don't work for the... This babe is a fantastic actor. She killed her audition, but she's too short. The character has to be tall. The character, maybe there's a reference in the script to her skin complexion. You are too light for the... Actually, there are some roles I did not get because they say I'm too light.
Someone said that you're too light.
Yes. I remember there was one... Let's not go into that.
Why would they... There was one character... This halogen light. Why would they think that? Little fluorescent tube. I don't think you're too light. I think...
Like I was saying... They said... I know there was a character that I was being considered for. The director wanted me, but producer said I'm too light-skinned because the character is in the ghetto.
Okay, so now that reason. Let me now.
I recently shot a film for Dawn Possibility.
Okay.
Cardoso was the director. It's called My Bikini Lagos. I'm light-skinned here. Makeup. They tanned me up a bit. No, they gave me some little burns.
No, but even if but there are people in the ghetto that bleach, right?
Yes.
So I mean, I don't think that's a good enough reason. But if they say, okay, look, for the picture that we're going for, we want someone dark skinned. I get that.
They say I'm too light. I'm too fresh. I say so. My skin is now a problem.
That I'm too fresh.
They say I'm too light. I'm too fresh.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Oh my God.
But I feel like for me, I had to get past it really quick.
How so?
Because when you're at a closed audition and all the people you're up against are your friends, it's weird. You know, it was easier when it was total strangers. Like you walk into a room, you meet the person for the first time. Oh, hi, how you doing? Efa, Demi, nice to meet you. It's cool. Cool, Efa now. Or last night we were just hanging out. Daddy boy. So when someone gets it, for me, I was telling someone, you have to be happy for your friend.
Yes.
But of course you wanted that for yourself.
Yeah.
But also, like you rightly said, you have to realize that just wasn't the role for you. If it was for you, you would get it somehow, some way. So it doesn't speak about your acting abilities at all. Sometimes it just wasn't for you.
It just wasn't for you. I was also going to ask about. I feel like we've discussed this before, but just want to hear it. How are there characters? Not are there characters. I know there are characters that have stayed with you for longer than they should have. Way after you guys have wrapped, you are still in the zone. There's certain traits or certain mannerisms that stay with you after you wrapped.
There have been two.
I want to hear them.
So when I was preparing for Rumor Has It, because I'm such a jovial, comedic, fun guy, and this character is dark. He has this deep, dark place. And that was like the first villain show I was actually going to play.
Yeah.
So I spoke with my brother, my favorite up. So he's my only brother. So we talk about film a lot. He's also into film. And he said, take out your bulb in your room. Live with no light and no electricity. I had nothing in my room. Actually, at that time, I don't think I could even have afforded a TV. I didn't have a TV. I didn't have a TV. So there was nothing. So I was just in the room with no light and just have deep, dark, angry thoughts. It's very risky. Like I said, it is very risky. I wouldn't advise anyone to do it because, like I said, it did stay with me for too long. And I built this anger. And that's why there's a scene where I'm gripping Jemima and I'm yelling at her. And you can see my veins. And then I go off script. And it's a real knife. And then even if you watch the scene, Maoli is holding my hand and it's like, guy, calm down. Like you are going, so that stayed with me. So when I was done with it, and that's why it's good to surround yourself with friends, family, and people that understand the business. So now I know to just have fun. And that's why I said I try to leave everything on set. Yeah. I'm trying to take it home with me. Because then I was new. I didn't know these rules. Yeah. I found myself at the filling station and then someone did something and I wanted to just, and I'm like, wait, I thought this isn't you.
This isn't you.
This isn't you. And I'm like, crap. And I had to sit down. Second one was at Choche. Where my character is injured.
Yeah, we're limping for a bit.
Yeah, for months I was limping. Yeah. But because shooting was so stressful, my mind started to link being stressed with limping. So Now, sometimes you might see it, you might not.
Yeah, no, me, I see it.
You see me do it, right? Yeah. When I'm tired, when I'm really tired, I start to limp.
Yeah, I know.
My brain just tells me.
That was actually why I asked.
Yeah, my brain just tells me limp. Like, I don't even know it. I just find myself dragging my foot. So people say, what's from your leg? I'm like, skunk back into that mode. But I really need to fix it.
So are these the most intense characters or the most complex characters you think you've played?
I think those two will definitely be in top 5.
Okay.
Which is interesting because for a night in 2005, even though he was very manic.
That's spitting on me.
I know. I had to beg her. I said, my love, can I spit on you, please? She said, it's fine. It was a very different approach. With rumor has it, he was a madman.
Yeah.
In 2005, he did not believe he was a madman. So imagine if you believe the sky is blue, but everybody else in this room says it's green. You look mad.
Yeah.
But in your heart,
yeah.
Do you know how you feel?
Yeah.
So that's why he was like, what have I done? Yeah. You know, so it was a very different approach. I shout out to Ted for that. It was a very different spin on it. But I feel like over the years, there's certain characters that I have portrayed that people, I feel like people just didn't get. So
such as?
Even Ilio, for example, my voice is usually not baritone.
Yeah.
It's like this.
I say that's my favorite character that you played.
But for Ilio, his voice was a lot deeper.
Yeah.
It went to this octave.
It was so evil and but it's like because the villain that you were rooting for. Because I was rooting for it. I was like, why am I rooting for the terrible guy?
Yeah. And he was an old man, and that's why he didn't really have. I don't think there's any scene that has him with a phone. And he used to read the newspaper. And he used to walk very slowly. Nothing made him move fast.
Yeah.
He was very intentional.
Very calculated movements. And
also, he never looked at her while talking with her. It's very hard to pick up on.
Okay, I didn't notice that. He
only looked at her when she said something that tickled his fancy. So most of the time...
Just tickles his fancy.
An old man. You know? So most of the time, even when he's consoling her, he's looking away from her. Then in the car, he's looking away because he's done this before. It's a routine.
Yeah.
And then she would say something like, I hope your brothers will like me. And he looks at her. But any other time, he's looking away because he's not that interested unless he's trying to carry out his evil plan. So that is in there. I'm thinking there are quite a few. There are quite a few. 7 was fun. Living in Ajagune really was fun. What else? Nothing else comes to mind at the moment. But there have been quite a few. I feel like different actors have different methods to get there. I don't know if I've told you this before, but I'm a horrible actor to run lines with.
Yes, we've discussed it before.
Full disclaimer, because I'll run lines with you. I will run the lines with you. We'll do that. I'm that professional.
But anything where you see when we do, stay calm.
Yeah, because I'm like, at that time, I'm not in the character, I'm still Efa. So I'll run the lines with you. I'll run it. But for me, at that point, they're just lines.
Yeah.
You know. And then when I get into costume and then I get on set, I see things differently. You know, like it wears me out. It wears, like, I see it happen because I was watching someone's BTS. I just go quiet and then I'm someone else entirely. And then I actually feel, and that's why I said I can't practice it because I don't know what I'm going to feel. I don't know if I'm going to be angry. So after the first take, then I'm like, oh. So for example, look at the spitting scene in that since 2005. We had been talking about it. We knew this scene was going to come up. We had spent the day together. Yeah. It didn't come to me. until like I'd worn the costume and remember I sat in the chair for a bit,
and then
for like an hour.
You met Unifest, you met Uzop, and I said, "Tenny, you're my guy." Am I speaking this thing?
I literally just sat down on set. They're still setting up, and I'm just like going through it.
Yeah, you were in that chair for a bit.
For a bit. I'm just sitting down there. I asked for the ropes, and I'm okay. This is it. So for me, it's getting into character, putting myself in that position, and honestly, genuinely, like I said, I don't advise this method for a lot of people.
It's not my method.
Well, I don't think it's Uzo, because Uzo and I had this conversation as well. Uzo said no, I don't do that. It can be very dangerous. I'm not going to even faff about, but I think I've started learning how to pull out of it once I'm done. What about you?
So my process to get there is different. I think for me, I would say that out of all the actors I'm friends with, I read my script an unhealthy amount of times. Because I've had conversations with my actor friends, and they're like, "It's okay. You know the script. You've read it." But the thing is, I feel like
Anthony Hopkins does that as well.
Yeah.
So carry on.
Anthony Hopkins was, when we're talking, he's also on the list.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I feel like, so before shoot starts, when I get the script, if I can't get the hard copy from production, first of all, I print my own copy because I can't work with soft copy. And then what's happening? Why being dramatic?
You let Packard and global ambassador. So do you have a printer at home?
No, that's why everybody's been telling me that I should get a
Just get a printer at home.
I have a printer guy that prints for me, but I don't have a printer.
Do you spiral bind?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Whatever.
Producer.
Because I know I can't work with soft copy and I have to make notes, I need my hard copy. But here's the thing, every day before we start shoots, every day from the period where I get the script and I'm studying, I have to read that script every day. If it's just 4 scenes I read in the day, I'm good. But I set aside a period of time each day to read my script. And just first of all, familiarize. People think I'm good with lines. I'm actually not good with lines. The reason that they think I'm good with lines is because I show up on set most of the time and I'm ready with my lines because I know that I'm not good with lines. So I familiarize myself with the lines, but also the more I read my script, the more I know about the character, the more I know about situations.
With two things. One is, I was just thinking about something now. I know certain actors like yourself who that's not like their strongest point. They need to read over and over again, which is perfectly fine.
Elma can look at its scene now, 4 pages, and in 10 minutes she has it. Yeah. It's not me.
Do you know what is crazy? I was shooting at Georgia and director Femi. I have, it's a 4-pager or a 5-pager monologue. Just me addressing the entire village. And this was like the last scene of the day. I said, Femi, I can't do this. I said, I can't do it. It's too long. It's just me. It's different when it's a conversation or dialogue.
Yeah, where you're playing.
I said, it's just me addressing everybody. I'm addressing different people. They've cooked the food. I'm just like, I can't. He said, Efa, you can. I said, take your time. You don't have that much time, by the way. We're losing daylight. You have 15 or 20 minutes. Go into that hut. Push yourself if you can. That was the day I started learning how to. Prior to that, I said this. I said, God forbid. I need more time. I said, try and push.
But the thing is, when you know yours, because I get that, but I remember this happened when we were filming, when Uzo and I were filming Family Gbese a few months ago. There was a scene that was not on the schedule for that day.
Oh, that doesn't work for you. That doesn't work for you because it comes to
like 2 hours before, and they're like, we're shooting this. I said, how can you be filming this scene today? It's my longest scene. I'm just talking. Like, I'm just talking. And everybody's like, Tenny, now you.
You said something to me.
And then now you all the time. I'm just like, guys, You don't know what, like, I know myself. You guys think I get lines fast. I actually don't.
No, but also.
But when we now shot that, I was not fine. I was fumbling my lines. I don't like to be unprepared. I was fumbling lines. And it is, so people were like, Tenny's fumbling. I said, this is why you give me at a time.
This is why I'm in my element. Yes. And why I'm in my element. Yes. But that's very interesting. I feel like different actors, different methods. It's so interesting how we all do the same thing.
And we're racing against daylight, by the way.
That's the
in Unilag.
Oof.
Please continue.
I feel like it's interesting how we all do this beautiful thing called acting, and we all have such different methods and approaches. Anyway, I was going to ask you something on a lighter note. Top 3 Nigerian actors, top 3 foreign actors.
Do I have to answer the Nigerian
and
one?
Why? Yeah. Why? I mean, I'm not saying, of course, there are a billion and one amazing actors in Nigeria.
Top 3.
But just top 3 as it's a personal choice. Like, why those top 3?
Male and female or just general?
Anything, male and female. Any generation.
Joaquin Phoenix.
So you're going foreign first?
Yeah.
Why?
It's easier. I don't know them personally.
So why Joaquin?
First of all, I feel like I could relate to Joaquin in a few ways, and I'll give one example. When I learned that Joaquin Phoenix suffers from anxiety, I felt free. I have a lot of anxiety.
You do?
Yes.
I
and so before shoots, and maybe first 2 days of shoots, I'm so very anxious. Before we get on set and while we're on set, I'm just like, Jesus is Lord. God help me with this. It's like, this is the first time I'm doing it all over again. But when I read this article, and it said that Joaquin Phoenix, first of all, he would get anxious like 6 weeks before shoot even begins. And while on set, they would have to pad him up because he's sweating profusely. And I'm like, if my great can be anxious,
who am I?
Like, I'm fine. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's number one. And I think he's an incredible actor.
Sorry, brother, in The Gladiator, he said all he has to do was just give in to his. If you watch it, he is anxious. His performance is very shaky. His voice trembles. Yes. He just gave into that.
He used it.
Yeah. Okay. So next actor.
Daniel Kaluuya. Wait, let me stop saying men. Joaquin Phoenix, Daniel Kaluuya. Okay, no, let me say 3 men.
You know what? 3 guys, and girls if you want to.
Okay. Joaquin Phoenix, Daniel Kaluuya. Let me go to women.
And no, you didn't say why Daniel Kaluuya.
I think he's an incredible actor.
Finito.
Yes, let's leave that. I also think he's an attractive man, but let's leave that. I think he's an incredible actor. Female. Why am I spacing right now? Meryl Streep, of course.
I find that's like everyone's given.
Yeah, but there's a reason.
I think she had like 72 Oscar nominations. It's a ridiculous number because one day I was like, why does everyone see Meryl Streep? No, and I actually got to do some research. Wow.
She is.
Mama.
And she has the right amount of whimsy. But yeah.
Do you know why I like her?
Why?
Because I read somewhere where she said she went to like a university, like an acting school. Yeah. And she sat in the class. And everybody's like, what do you define for here?
Like as of when she became Meryl Streep?
She was Meryl Streep. She sat down and she was like, no knowledge is lost. You never know what you might pick up in this class, what you may see. And I'm like, okay. I respect that. Meryl Streep, Jessica Chastain. I don't think I know who that is. I'm sure if I see her picture, I'll probably know. Have you seen Mother's Instinct? What's that film where she was a 0 Dark 30? I have seen that. She's a redhead. Okay, got it. I think she's very striking. I just believe her immediately without her even saying any words. So her over Julianne Moore? Because I'm going for another redhead. Yes. Okay. Yes, definitely. Who else?
Who else?
I hope one day, anyone was to Julianne Moore. I shall see in this clip.
Can we scrap that little part, that little question that he just asked?
No, but it's fine. Actually, if that happened to me, I wouldn't be upset because it's about opinions and it's not an insult. You just prefer certain people to certain people.
Yeah, true.
It's fine.
I'm spacing right now. I can't think of anybody else.
You know my number one guy?
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis, if you can play a role.
Samuel L. Jackson is my number 2, then Daniel Kaluuya.
I
love Samuel L. Jackson so much. So much.
I respect him.
No, I love him.
But if I had to pick one of them to star in the film, I'll pick Daniel Kaluuya. See, Babade, actor.
Yes.
Daniel Day-Lewis for me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's like the father of method acting.
Yeah,
he goes into it. How can you not shower for months?
But method acting is dangerous, man.
It is dangerous, but I mean, we all die one day. You know? So Daniel Day-Lewis for me is that guy. Like, how can you do Hamlet?
Yeah.
And then while you're doing the play, see your real dead father. Who are you? And then he fainted. Who are you? Like, what are you? You know? Daniel Day-Lewis. Second, I really respect Christian Bale. Okay, me too. Yeah. I respect Christian Bale because he's what he does with his body. I feel like if you can fix this outer part, you've done half the job. Yeah. If you look the part, you're halfway believed. Yeah. I'd say the list is too long. DiCaprio. Yeah, you've told me this before. Yeah, because I respect him. I respect him a lot because he started off as a sweetheart. Yeah. And Matthew McConaughey as well. Exactly. But Matthew McConaughey transitioned much later. Yeah. DiCaprio started. And was so intentional. Yeah, after Titanic, he just said, he did The Beach, and he just said, no more fine boy roles. Same thing with Matthew McConaughey. Yeah. It's like he just said, I'm not doing the game. Have you read his book? No, I have. Oh my God. You heard me say, sorry, it's not read in a decade. So I'm like, actually, please send me a second. Yeah. Plug it up, audiobooks. He to take that stance so early. I'm like, what are you? Who are you? You know, out for Nollywood. You go hungry. You go starve. You go hungry. If you don't do love film, you go starve. Denzel. Denzel is someone who I absolutely look up to. And Will Smith. I feel like Will Smith doesn't get as much credit. Yeah. For me, next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, I haven't really put a time stamp to it. But for me, I just want to do more Pan-African films, do more international films as an actor. Yeah. Direct a bit more. I would love to have an acting hub or a creative hub where actors, producers, directors can just... Yeah. You've been saying this for a minute. Yeah. I mean, I do have my little hub every now and then. I've just been too busy. But, because I feel like there's so much we can learn from each other. And there are certain actors, that can't find themselves in the same room with, like, a Kemi Adetiba. But there's so much of information and experience you can get from just that. I mean, I was lucky enough to be on the same set with Ramsey Noah. And you relayed the information, like the teachings, to me. I'm thankful. I'm so thankful. Oh, I told you about that. No. Yeah, yes. And what I learned from him in that moment, you can't find that in any acting class. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to do. Go global, Pan-African, help other people, direct here and there, produce here and there, and just have fun and have more time for my friends. In Jesus' God help you in Jesus' name. I don't talk. For me, first of all, I just snapped. I forgot somebody. Riz Ahmed is one of my favorite actors. Do you know Riz Ahmed? Have you seen The Night Of? Yes.
The guy in The Night of.
Oh, that's his name?
Yes. Riz Ahmed is an incredible actor. He's
one fantastic.
Of my favorites. Yes, he's one of my favorites.
Oh, I didn't know his name. Yeah, fantastic.
Incredible. So for me, in the next couple of years, I would like to go back to my first love, which is producing. Mm-hmm. A number of people have asked me over the past couple of years, you should be producing your own films. But when people ask me this, they make reference to our colleagues that are producing. They're like, this person is producing, and you've been doing this for a minute. You should be producing your own films. But
all in due time.
It's all in due time. All in due time. Like, I'm not working by anybody's clock. Mm-hmm. When I'm supposed to, I will. And the time is getting closer. So I'm working on it. So fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed it will happen.
Yeah, it will happen. So produce more stuff. That's definitely on my list. I'm now playing with the idea of directing, but I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I'm playing with the idea. But it's mostly production. I really want to get into production again and just do quality work.
Hey!
What?
I almost didn't see it. First time I met Tenny.
Oh, God.
First time I met Tenny, she had a haircut.
What did I say? I said you were going to mention.
You reminded me. So Tenny had a haircut. I think it was like Anita Baker.
Blonde punk.
Mm-hmm. Blonde Anita Baker. And Tenny was mean to me. Tenny was...
I wasn't mean to you. You say this all the time.
You were cold to me.
I was cold. What doesn't mean I was mean. I just didn't have time for small talk.
See? You know, I didn't
understand why he was adding me on Snapchat.
She said, good day. Are you Efa Iwara?
I can bet that's not how I said it.
I said, my name is Efa Iwara. I'm young.
So that's how you said my name is Efa Iwara?
And I'm here to
with the earnest eyes. I bet you that's not how your eyes look.
Audition for this role. She said, okay, just sit here, give me 5 minutes. I'll be with you shortly. She went back in, took 30 minutes, came back and dragged me in. And then I saw her because I had her on Snapchat. I sent her a message. I said, thank you so much for the opportunity you gave me.
That's your opportunity.
And then she never replied me.
Yeah, I was like, why is it adding me on Snapchat?
Have I been back now? No.
Yes, no.
You have?
Yes.
Okay, thank God.
No, I even added you there, but I was like, this is weird. Why is he adding me on Snapchat?
I was looking for opportunities.
I was very strict then. I was very proper.
Anyway,
then in production, I was strict.
Let me not talk to make me end this to say we don't need to talk.
Oh, that's true. Sorry. Okay,
so
fun, guys.
So how do we end it? You don't say bye-bye?
Figure it out at some point.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been fun.
Great time.
Great time.